Okay. Right, so we've got a card of low self-esteem, and that's probably what you're going through. Maybe you've had a breakup, or maybe you're not feeling, quite yourself right now, and it's beginning of a new year. Energies are low usually during the beginning of the new year, and this could have resulted in this low self-esteem. You're feeling very hurt and abandoned at the moment, so feeling very lonely, and you're trying to find that sense of fulfillment. So you're looking for, something that will give you some happiness, some purpose as well. So in the past, you've had some unrealistic expectations. You've been trying to charm your way through things, trying to get things going, trying to make things move. Maybe you've been looking to the past a lot, looking at past relationships that you've had. And, that may have been the thing that has been causing the sense of not being fulfilled or the sense of being hurt and abandoned. So going into the future, you've got the lust for forbidden fruit and a casual affair. So it looks like, if you're looking for something long term, then, these feelings of low self esteem or trying to find something, going down the route of, getting into a relationship that's going to be casual might not be the best route for you because it's not going to do anything for your self confidence and it's definitely not going to give you a sense of fulfillment. If you're okay with dealing with just having a casual affair, it's just to get, the time going, then by all means, that's the way it should go. But just be aware that, if you're trying to fill a gap, with something that's not going to be long lasting or something that's not going to be really fulfilling if it's very casual, might not well be the route to go. But it seems like, you've got your eye on somebody here and it might end up being a casual affair. So these are the energies for those 2 weeks. So this is the Art Nouveau Tarot, and I have put it in the description box. It is a rare deck, so I'll try and get you to links that will be where you'll be able to see the deck or buy the deck if you're interested. But I do warn you, it is a rare deck. Okay, right. So you've got the 9 of rods over here, and that's the general energy. So it seems like you may have been in a relationship with someone. It seems to have been a very burdensome relationship, and there was a real lack of communication. Whatever this person and you had about going on between you, you were not really communicating with each other. So it seems like you've turned your back on that relationship and you've walked away from it. And this is signifying you because the rods is about the fire signs, and this could be, you walking away from a relationship that really wasn't serving you. You seem to be very defensive about it. Maybe this person didn't fulfill issues that you had, you wanted to be fulfilled, and you've turned your back on them and walked away. So you've sort of ended a cycle over here, or ending the cycle. You're in that phase. You either want to walk away or you've ended that cycle. You've got the King of Staves over here, and that's crossed by the Strength card. Now, this is the King of Rods, and this could well be you, where you're taking control, taking charge. You've got the Strength card crossing it. So, you've definitely sorted out that issue. The Strength card is also a fire sign card. So you are well into your energies of showing people who you're exactly are and what you're exactly about, and you're taking control of that situation. It seems like you've decided you'd rather be alone and you can sort things out better by yourself. You're a very independent person, and you're quite pretty stable as well emotionally. So you're very centered as well. With this King of Staves, this is this could be you. Or it could well be somebody that you're been dealing with. The King of Staves could be another fire sign person that you're dealing with, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And, maybe they've been presenting, they've been very overbearing, but you managed to control them. So maybe you're dealing with this person who's the King of Staves is a very attractive person in a very, very prominent position. They're very electric in their personalities, really. And this could be the person that you're attracted to at this particular moment. I mean, in the previous energy read, it spoke about forbidden fruit. This could well be that person. They generally are an older person and, somebody who's very dynamic. So you could well be, interacting with this person. There could be somebody that you work with that you're very, very attracted to. You yourself are very centered, it seems, with the Strength card. You're very focused. You know exactly what you want. So you could well be dealing with that particular person and are very attracted to them. So in the past year, you've been manifesting quite a bit. You've got the Magician. There's been a lot of communication. You might have been doing a lot of traveling, doing a lot of work, multitasking, being very, very busy with this Magician card. A lot of communication with that Magician because it's ruled by Mercury. Yourself, you feel like everything is at a standstill as far as your emotional life goes. So you are trying to see things from a different perspective. You're making the sacrifices you need to make with this Hangman card. But it's also, just waiting for things to happen. And that's what you've been doing. Quietly observing, if you like. Then you've got the King of Swords over here. So you might have been dealing with some kind of legal issue here with the King of Swords. Maybe you were waiting for some kind of judgment, some kind of legal situation to be sorted out. You might also have been signing some kind of contract, something new that had come in, but you've been dealing with this person. And that's been on your mind. So it's some kind of legal matters being on your mind. So what's going on for you? You've got the 10 of Pentacles over here. So you might be changing jobs. So this might be why you've got the King of Swords up on your mind. You might be, you might be starting a new work cycle here with this 10 of Pentacles. This is the end of an old work situation and starting something new. So you might be moving to a new job, and you might be planning on signing a new contract. And that is why that King of Swords is there. So you might be starting something new, starting fresh, starting a new job somewhere else. So what's happening with you? You've got the Knight of Cups as representing you. So you received some kind of offer. That seems like some kind of offer has come in for you. And it's something that's very, very attractive. Now, this could be a person making a love offer to you. This could also be a work offer that comes in. But whatever it comes in for you, whatever this offer is that you're now considering, it's going to make you very, very emotionally fulfilled because this cup is full. And you can see it's going to bring a lot of happiness for you. It is something that, you will have to, work on. Whatever it is that comes in. So there could be this emotional offer that comes in and, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness, but it's something that you are going to have to do some work on. You've got the High Priestess as issues around you. So there are some things that are being kept secret from you. Now, the Knight of Cups is also something that's being withheld because the Cups cards usually don't reveal everything. Water shifts a lot and it changes to the circumstances. But also, if you go into the ocean, you find there's a lot of ships that sank and you can't see them from the surface. So it always tells you that there's something hidden that you need to look for. And with this High Priestess card, it's also a card that is ruled by Pisces or even Cancer. It's a water sign. It's a very watery energy. And you being a fire sign, these things have not been revealed to you. So you are trusting your intuition, but things are still hidden under the surface. And, you need to actually be very careful before you make big decisions, even if it's an emotional situation. So if a person presents an offer to you, there might be something that they're withholding from you and they haven't revealed it to you. It might be a big thing. I mean, if a big ship sinks, you're never going to see it from the surface of the ocean. So, you really don't know what this person is hiding, but there's something that they have not revealed to you. And it might be something big. It could be something small, but, generally, if people hide things, it's generally something that big has happened. So, be very cautious before you jump into things. The High Priestess is warning you it's generally a warning card. It's warning you to be very cautious, be very careful that things are hidden below the surface. Maybe other people know about it, so maybe you need to question other people about things, do some investigation yourself, and just wait for things to happen. With the High Priestess card, it's not to jump into a situation willy-nilly, but to take your time and wait and have the things revealed to you. And it does get revealed. Now, you've got the end of the moon cycle over here. So an ending of something old happening and a new cycle for you beginning. But you need to rely on your intuition. You need to do some investigation and some further research before you make any kind of big decisions about any offers that you accept. Be it romantic, be it work, but make sure that you are really looking below the surface before you make these big decisions. And you are scared that, things are not going to work out. You're scared that this new job that you're going to take it might not work out because you've got the broken pentacles here in your expectations or your hopes and your fears. But you're also scared that if you get into a relationship, that in itself will not work out. There'll be a lack of feelings of support. You're worried that whatever relationship you are getting into is never going to be, quite what you wanted it to be. So you are very scared about getting into something deep. Now you've got the Fool card over here, the Knight of Staves, and the Nine of Cups. So it seems like, your worries are unfounded. It looks like there is something brand new coming in for you with the Fool, so taking that leap of faith, and it could well be with another fire sign person, and it's going to be something that comes in very suddenly. The Fool card is generally ruled by Uranus, so it's, something quick, something funny, something very, not funny, but, excuse me, something very sudden coming in, and, it's something brand new. You've never done that before. It could be involving communications, education, something to do with information, but it's something that's very sudden and brings about big changes. It's like it rocks your world kind of situation. So that brand new beginning is starting for you now. This new cycle is starting, and it's going to be quite unexpected. Uranus is the planet of surprises. And so this is a new relationship coming in, a new phase coming in, quite unexpectedly, quite surprising. And, it's going to just really maybe turn your world upside down in a little way. So what you knew changes completely now with this brand new cycle that's beginning. And it's a major arcana, so it is part of your destiny to actually go through this particular phase. And it seems like you've got the Knight of Staves over here. Now, you can read this as two ways. One is that you're changing jobs and moving on, moving home, moving jobs, relocating, traveling with this Knight of Staves. And, looking to the future, making plans for the future. You can see he's got his hand over his eyes, looking into the future. Or it could also well be that, you're dealing with another fire sign person that comes in. And this could be the person that is bringing this brand new change or this new relationship in for you. And, they're very dynamic, and they also like to travel a lot. So you might meet them, and you might meet them in any kind of project that you're doing or new job that you're doing. So this could well be a person that you meet, you work with, and, they could bring a lot of change in your life. And it looks like, whatever relationship comes in, if this is about the relationship with the Nine of Cups, it's a wish fulfillment, cups being filled, and you're very, very happy about it. So it looks like maybe this person over here is another fire sign person that comes in with that fiery energy and gives you that satisfaction that you need, fills your cup, makes you feel happy, gives you that wish that you've been, that relationship that you have been dreaming of. And it's somebody that you meet in a project or in a work situation, or even while you're traveling. This could well be the case. I mean, the Fool also signifies some kind of travel, because, it's about going out there. And so this person you could meet, who loves their freedom as well, just as much as you do. So this person is somebody that you could meet during travel, is somebody that you could meet in a work situation. And they bring a lot of happiness and a lot of satisfaction and a lot of fulfillment for you. So brand new cycle beginning for you, something very different. It could also, you're starting a new job. So it seems like you might meet this person on the work front. You're starting something new as far as work goes, because you've got the Ten of Pentacles at the end of an old work cycle and the beginning of something brand new. But like I said, with this Knight of Cups, make sure that you're looking below the surface for anything hidden. You could be dealing with somebody who can be, up and down as far as their emotions go, because the Knight of Cups tends to be a bit of a dreamer. So, even though you meet this person here and they've got a lot of fire energy, they might have a lot of water in their chart, this Knight of Staves. And, they could be, up and down as far as emotions go. And they could have a lot of hidden secrets. So make sure that you're investigating before you take that leap of faith and go in for that relationship. The High Priestess says, trust your intuition. Even if the cards say this is going to turn out to be magnificent, it's a good idea for you to always trust your intuition. And if it's not going to work out, if there's any sign that is negative, it's not worth starting a relationship, because the first few weeks usually gives you the signs exactly what's going to turn out in the end. Instinctively. And if this is something that is very major arcana, in the sense that it is a brand new beginning, and it is being brought in by the universe, especially with the Fool card, it seems to be something that is, a part of your destiny. If it's not going to work out, you will know it almost immediately. You will see the signs. And so don't ignore signs, because, hidden things always surface in the end. So make sure you know what you're dealing with before you start anything new. Okay, so let me draw some cards from the Archangel Power Tarot. Oops. Now that's quite amazing. So you've got the Knight of Michael over here, which says time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. So there are big moves that are coming in for you with this Knight of Michael, some big energy coming in for you. Now this could be something, to do with legalities, signing of papers, messages coming in, official messages coming in for you. And that is definitely somebody bringing in an official message. So there's time to act on that message. The Knights talk about action, and the Pages talk about information coming in for you. So some big information coming that's going to bring big changes to you. And it's an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents thoroughly. So if you're going for a new job situation, this is going to come in very, very quickly. The papers will be presented. You will have to sign it. So information coming, or the interview will come along and you will have to sign documents for it, a new contract. And you've got the King of Swords over here. So you've got all three of the air signs being represented here. You've got the Knight, the Page, and the King being represented here. So there's definitely some legalities that you are going to be dealing with, some kind of contracts that you're going to be dealing with. So if you've gone for interviews or job situations, it seems like that's going to be coming through, and you're going to be signing things and moving pretty quickly, making decisions very, very quickly. And a wish fulfillment. So whatever you are doing now that's going to come in very rapidly is going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. Make a wish, dreams become a reality, a joyful time. And you've got the Nine of Raphael over here, and you've also got the Nine of Cups over here. So you've got two nines over here. So things are going to move pretty fast, and you're going to get a wish fulfillment. Two wishes really being fulfilled. So it seems like your job situation is definitely going to work out if that's what you've been focusing on. But also a new relationship coming in. But, and that's going to bring you a lot of happiness. So if it is this person that comes in for you, you are starting a brand new phase of your life right now. It might be work related, because there's a lot of work cards over here, but this could also be a new relationship coming in as well. On the relationship front, that could be a new love coming in for you. But as far as the work goes, it looks like you have ended an old cycle. You're starting to sign new contracts for a new cycle. Maybe, and it looks like there's some kind of offer being presented to you by this person, the Knight of Cups. So there's an emotional relationship coming in as well as a new job situation. So a big change is coming into your life. A new shift is coming in. And that's excellent for a new year and a new change. So you've got mostly 9s and 10s over here. The Fool card is a new beginning. But the High Priestess is warning you. Let divine timing work its magic. And always be a little bit suspicious about anybody. And that's a good way to approach life, I think. If you're too trusting, people take advantage of you. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and this is excellent. Make sure you're making some wishes, and you will be signing. It looks like you will be signing some new contracts as well, and it's all going to bring you a lot of happiness. So thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.